Howdy. Here is my planting bed, and a while ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I planted some old cherry tomatoes in a little trough, which is the whole tomato, 5 of them. Put them in a line and kept them outdoors as sort of an experiment because I wasn't sure how well they'd grow outside on their own, because if you're growing them in a pot, ideally you'd keep them inside whilst they're germinating and whilst they are very young. But to my surprise, I came out here the other day to find there are 2 areas of really intense growth, and I'm definite that it's from the tomatoes and not just weeds. So there are 2 areas where there are maybe 12 sprouts coming out. Don't really need this on right now. So that's pretty exciting, and I'm going to separate at least one bunch and put them over the garden. I'll give you a better view. As you can see, there are sticks over the planting bed. That keeps out, well, sort of keeps out cats from digging up things and stuff, ruining the bed. So yeah, here are the babies. And if you can see under there, there are two areas, 2 bunches, here and here. So I think I'm going to try and separate maybe this one, and put it around the bed, and maybe if I've got space or if I'm feeling confident enough, then I will do the same with this one as well. But I might just leave that one there to see what happens if you just leave them together. Because I'm interested, because obviously humans haven't been cultivating tomatoes for their entire existence. They were doing pretty well before we started cultivating them. So I want to see what happens to this bunch if it's just left as it is. Good morning. It rained yesterday, so this is the next day, and I'm going to try and extract these seedlings from this soil. I don't really want to let it get to the point where they start to die because it's too wet or too dry, so I'd like to have a little bit more control over how they're doing. So as I've left them quite late, their roots might be quite entangled. Oh, hello earthworm. Entangled and also quite deep, so rather than kind of just loosening the soil with my fingers and pulling them out as you might do, I'm going to dig under them, under both little tomatoes, and I don't really want to kill this earthworm, so do you want to come out? Oh, he's gone. So I'm going to dig under them, take the soil out, put it in the screen tray, and then kind of sit. Oh, here he is. I don't want to kill you, guy. Come out. There you go. So I can shake the soil out and separate them nicely. So yeah, I'm going to start doing that. Oh, I think I'm chopping earthworms in half. Oh, why are you flipping out so much, big guy? Oh, so many earthworms. Oh. How do earthworms reproduce? That's what I want to know. Maybe I'll make a video on it. Okay, I think that should be fine. Wow, there's so many earthworms. Okay. This is the bunch. Tomatoes. Let me show you all this earthworm activity. Check them all out. Loads of them. Good stuff. Sign of healthy soil. Okay, so I'm just mixing in some of my compost with some of the soil that's in here, which is also already comprised somewhat of compost. But the reason I'm doing this is because the last couple of seedlings I tried to grow died in the soil that I planted them in, and I don't particularly know the reason they died, so I'm hoping it wasn't the soil, but if it was the soil, then I'm mixing it with this soil, which these seedlings have thrived in, so hopefully I will negate any bad soil effects that the other soil might have had. So I'm going to fill up, well, not fill up, but hey, a mango seed. I'm going to fill up halfway these little pots I've got, and plant the strongest ones first, and then any other ones that are there, also plant those. Yeah. It's important that when you're filling up your pots, you filter out any stones or sticks, anything that will hinder the progress of the roots, and just sprinkle the soil in so it's not too packed in, just to allow for the easiest formation of deep roots. So take out any stones or pits, I think the worms can stay in, or any plastic that's gone into your compost. Yeah, just make it kind of fluffy in there, not too fluffy, but not compact, otherwise your roots won't be able to form. Okay, so let's put these seedlings down. All these stems and roots, so many. I think probably all of the seeds germinated in every single tomato. Okay, let's put these down. Okay, not here. I think I'm gonna just prioritize the ones that have sprung leaves already, because otherwise I'm gonna have so many. I guess there's dozens of seeds in each tomato. So the ones that are just sprouted and haven't got leaves yet, maybe I'll just eat them. Let me see if it's, no, I guess I shouldn't eat soil. Anyway, yeah, don't get toxic plasmosis, guys. Hey, there's a worm even in this bunch. Hey, come out. I need to take you out. Oh. He's retreating. Okay, let's separate these. It's best not to be too rough with your clump of soil, otherwise you'll rip the roots. You just kind of want to shake it out, and get the individual bits of soil off. These are all going to be very tangled. I might even plant one of these bunches as a bunch and just see what happens. I guess this will be a little tomato planting series. I wonder where that earthworm's gone. Okay, so here's a pretty good looking one. Go over there, these guys. As you can see, it's really hard to differentiate the roots of each one. So some of these I might actually have to rip just to separate them, but we'll see. It can help to use a toothpick to try and separate them. Just really gently working this soil off the roots so I can begin to pull them apart. There we go. Get these two off. There's two pretty healthy looking ones. And I think this is the last one I'll take from this bunch. The other ones I'll just leave to die. I wonder where that earthworm went. Strange. here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. See the little guy poking his head out? Come on out there. Oh, a baby earthworm. Maybe it gave birth. Wait, there aren't two in here. Whoa, is this like a reproductive area? Oh my god, there are baby ones. Wow, I just found a mothering earthworm. And it was only the other day that I looked up the reproductive cycle of earthworms. Huh. Guess I'm a pretty lucky guy. Look at these tiny, tiny earthworms. Here's my little fingernail for reference.
Okay, so I'm going to transfer some of the
Seedlings, saplings, into these pots now. I haven't filled up all the pots yet, but I'm kind of anxious to get some of the seedlings into the pots because I'm worried about them being damaged by the UV. Just lying out here, they might get soft or something. Okay, that's all seedlings repotted. Looking a bit sullen right now. Hopefully the water I just put with them will help them perk up, and we will see what happens. I'm a little bit worried about them, so I'm going to cut some of these large matches in half and prop some of them up, because I don't want them to die in the soil. As you can see, some of them are beginning to regain their erectedness. That's not what the word I meant to use, but it's looking good for some of them. Yeah, as you can see, the stakes I put in are being used less and less.